Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you my Dessa's Homespun Scents pre-order haul. This haul was I ordered on September 2nd and I just got it this past week. Just getting the opportunity to sit and film as per usual. So we will go ahead and jump right in. This is actually my first order with Dessa's. I've seen so many of you wax tubers talk about Dessa's, with hauls and warm reviews and all that stuff. And I recently joined her Facebook group. I guess it was a couple weeks before this pre-order had happened, so it was just in time for me to be able to catch the pre-order. So I went ahead and placed an order. Nothing humongous. I got a handful. Actually, how many did I get? I got 8 of the snap bars. So whenever I purchase from a new vendor for the first time, I try and keep it at, a somewhat self-controlled quantity, just because I don't know how the vendor is going to perform in my home and things like that. So I don't want to be stuck with an abundance of wax from a vendor if I find that they don't perform for me. So I'm going to try and get to warming these soon, because I know she's also having her next pre-order within the next couple of weeks as well. So we will go ahead and jump right in. I unpackaged everything so that we don't have to bother with that on camera. I have my invoice here that just describes what I got and all that stuff. We have a little thank you pack with some samples, so we'll go ahead and start with that, and then we'll just go ahead and get into the snap bars. So I'm so excited to try her for the first time. Like I said, I've heard so many good things, so I wasn't planning on purchasing from any more new vendors this year, but I just have no self-control, so here we are. So the first thing I see when I open my little sample bag here are 2 business cards. One says, thank you. Thank you for supporting my small business. Every order is handcrafted and made with love. Join our Facebook group on the reverse side. And on the opposite side, this is the front of the card. And then on the back of the card, it has just some melting tips. So it says, our wax is ready to melt. Extra cure time is optional but not required. Our wax is soft enough to slice with a butter knife or wax cutter. Slice off as little or as much as desired. Personal preference, start with approximately 0.7 to 1 ounce per use, which I think would be about a cube on her snap bar or so. So what I plan to do is just put 1 little square from each snap bar in my warmers and go from there. And then it just gives, just some other melting tips as far as warmer placement, warmer wattage, and things like that. So that's very nice to include for customers. And then a standard business card since 2014, Dessa's Homespun Scents, dessashomespunscents.com. And I'll put her website and her Facebook group in the description box for any of you who are interested in shopping with her too. Like I said, her next pre-order should be within the next several weeks, so we'll all get a chance to shop again, which is exciting. Aw, next thing I see in here is a little personalized card. It says, Stefanie, thank you so much. Happy melting, Dessa. I love when vendors do this. I just think it's so sweet when they're running their own small business and are probably so busy and flooded with orders that they take the extra time to handwrite something personalized like that. I just think that's really nice, and says a lot about the vendor. Look at these cute little stickers too that are on the bag. How cute. All right, I have 2 samples here, so we'll go ahead and do those first. The first one is Smoky Mountain Berries. No scent notes on this, so let's see. I'm not a huge fruity person, but I do love a good smoky scent, outdoorsy scent, so. Okay. I'm getting definitely like a cardamom. I don't know that I'm really getting much of, let's see. I'm definitely getting cardamom. I'm getting like a sweet cranberry. And then almost like a balsam note in the background. This is pretty. Beautiful, like maroon colored wax. This is pretty. This is actually something I think I would buy because it's not too sweet with the fruits. I'm not a sweet fruity person, but when they're combined, especially with holiday scents like this one, when they're combined with tree notes and holiday spices, I could really enjoy them. So yeah, I do like this. That's beautiful. I'm excited to warm that. I think I might do that in my bedroom tonight and see how that does. And the next one I know I'm gonna love. This is Candy Cane Forest. I love peppermint blends. I can melt them any time of year. I just find them so relaxing, especially at nighttime. And then I'm an outdoorsy tree lover, so, oh yeah, this is beautiful. Definitely more of a candy cane. No, it's candy cane forest, but it's more of like that crisp candied peppermint with like a, this is giving me like a more of a birch than a balsam. This is really pretty. This candy cane oil almost reminds me of crushed candy cane from Bath & Body Works. So that's really pretty. I like that. Home run with both samples, so I'm excited to try those. And then I have 8 of the snap bars here, so in no particular order, I'm just gonna grab and go. So this is Haunted Hayride, Fresh Hay, Crisp Fallen Leaves, Macintosh Apples, and Cinnamon, and this is listed as a house blend. I've had hay in blends from other vendors and I just really like it. It just adds like a different texture to blends. You could really, it's very distinct to my nose in blends and you could pick it out and it just adds such a nice outdoorsy coziness. So I'm hoping I can detect that in this too. Let's see. That's the first thing I smell actually, is like the dry, light outdoorsiness of the hay. I am getting Macintosh apple, but thankfully it's not the kind of apple that's dominating the whole blend because I could still pick up the hay and a pinch of cinnamon. And I'm also getting, this is crisp fall leaves, but to my nose, it's more of like a damp, earthy type scent. But I wonder if that's just the combination of the hay and the fallen leaves that's doing that. But this is pretty. Like I said, I really like that the apple isn't dominating because you could really pick up the other notes in this. This is beautifully blended. Mainly the hay and the Macintosh apples is what I'm getting. So I'm excited to warm that. I want to make sure I warm this before the end of the season because this sounds perfect for this time of year, early November. I think this will be beautiful. So that's Haunted Hayride. Next, I have Fall Foliage, Leaves, Dewdrops, Crackling, Firewood, and Fresh Air. Crackling and firewood are 2 different notes in this, so I'm not sure what crackling is, maybe like crackling birch, but this is Fall Foliage. Let's see, Leaves, Dewdrops, Crackling, Firewood, and Fresh Air. Oh my God, this is a really nice smoky firewood scent is what I'm picking up first. I'm not getting any leaves or dewdrops. I'm just getting straight up like smoky woodsy. Yeah, I'm not getting anything else, but I don't mind. I really like those campfire firewood type scents, and I'm sure on warm more of this will come out. So that's nice, Fall Foliage. I think when, like I said, when it warms, I think more of these are going to come out and blend beautifully together, but I enjoy it on cold as it is too. So it's Fall Foliage. If any of you have Fall Foliage or you've melted it before, let me know down below if you get any of the leaves, dewdrops, or fresh air when you warm it up. I'm curious to know. Next is Old Saint Nick. So this is Christmas trees, sugar cookies, and Palo Santo. So this is just a staple holiday blend that I've seen a lot of vendors offer, so I figure why not add a little bit more of that to my collection. I feel like you can never go wrong. At least I can never go wrong with this type of blend, so we'll see. Ooh, her Christmas tree oil I really like. It kind of is giving me like a vanilla birch. That might be the combo of that with the Palo. But I'm getting like a vanilla birch with sugar cookies. This is really nice. This is one I would get more of. Oh, this is the type of blend I could even warm this time of year and carrying into even about February, because where I live here in New York, it's very cold at least until the beginning of March. So I can get away with warming winter scents until about the beginning of March if I don't get tired of them. So these types of scents I always like to load up on because I can melt them for several months out of the year. This is really pretty. I love that Christmas tree oil. Like I said, it is reading more vanilla birch to me. A little bit of smokiness from the Palo, and then you get the sweet bakery from the sugar cookies. This is blended beautifully too. I really like this one. That is Old Saint Nick. Next, I have roasted honey butter and bread. A dollop of whipped honey buttercream atop a thick slice of fresh baked bread. Sign me up. I'm a carb lover. This sounds fantastic. Oh my God, it sounds so good. Summer Michelle, if you haven't tried this, I think you would absolutely love this because I know you're a honey buttered rolls girl. If you haven't tried Dessa's roasted honey butter and bread, let's see. I think this is going to be a winner for both you and I. Oh my God, this is so good. I could bite this right now, actually. It's funny because as much as I'm getting like a honey buttered roll, I'm also getting like a little bit of cinnamon in there, like a cinnamon buttercream. It says dollop of whipped honey buttercream, but I'm also getting like a tad bit of spice, like a sweet cinnamon. Oh, this is beautiful. And then you literally, it smells like a fresh baked loaf of Italian bread. And this is making my Italian heart so happy because I just love carbs of any kind, but especially bread. I can never have enough of it. This is beautiful. I love that honey buttercream. It's just rich and decadent. I can't wait to warm this. My house is going to smell fantastic. I already know that this is one, if it's offered in the next pre-order, I will grab more. It's delicious. All right, 4 more to go. This one is Country Christmas, a warm and cozy old-fashioned Christmas with apples, oranges, cinnamon, and cloves. Again, kind of on the same plane as Old St. Nick. I just think this is one of those holiday scents, traditional holiday scents that you can't go wrong adding more of them to your collection because these are just good anytime throughout the season and they're good to blend with things. So let's see. Beautiful bright red. This is nice. This is reminding me of going to the craft store with my mom around the holidays. Specifically, there was a place by us called Harrow's, and it was very old-fashioned, and you would walk in and they just had lines and lines of fake Christmas trees, and they just had a scent just like this. It smelled when you walked in because they had all of the cinnamon brooms. They had the little potpourri kits that you could buy. Oh my God, this is exactly what this reminds me of. But I feel like this scent is going to be so special to me because of that scent memory. Oh, this is beautiful. You get a nice juicy orange. You get the cinnamon and clove, a pinch of the sweet apple. Oh, this is beautiful. This just is like nostalgic Christmas to me as a kid. I really like this. So if she offers this in the next pre-order too, I already know I'd buy more of that. I love the orange in this blend. I think it's so pretty. It's not too much. It's a beautiful balance of both apple and orange. So you're picking them both up without one dominating the other. So this is beautiful. If you like those kind of holiday potpourri type scents, Country Christmas is definitely one you should try. Sticking on the spice train, I know I talked about this in my most recent empty, you guys, but I am on such a spice kick recently, and I never have been like a spice scent type of lover, but I've been into all the chai blends, the cardamom, everything. I love it that, you know, my tastes are kind of developing and changing because I'm really liking them, and I'm finding when I melt them, my house just smells so inviting. So I'm looking forward to adding more scents like this to my collection. I'm jumping ahead because I'm so excited. This is Cinnamon Garland, which is fresh winter bayberry and crushed cinnamon. And here's the beautiful bar right here. Similar color to Country Christmas. This one's actually a bit of a deeper color, like a raspberry. Okay, this is, so compared to Country Christmas, which has cinnamon and clove, this is crushed cinnamon. So this is a little bit more spicy. If you're not a spicy cinnamon lover, this one might not be for you. I really like this. That's what I'm getting predominantly is the crushed cinnamon. And you're getting a little bit of depth from the bayberry, not much. But I feel like it's going to come out more on warm. So this is really pretty. I like Cinnamon Garland. I just feel like maybe it needs to sit a little bit more, or maybe when I warm it, the bayberry will come out. Because to me, it's just a little flat. I'm just getting the cinnamon with the pinch of the bayberry in the background. Still pretty. I know I'm still going to enjoy it. I just think this one needs a little bit more time to sit. All right. Cranberry Pear Bliss Bars. coffee batter, cranberries, autumn pears, and white chocolate drizzle. So this was my wild card. I'm not really sure how I like white chocolate, especially in wax. I don't like white chocolate like in actual candy, aside from like the cookies and cream Hershey's, if that's even considered white chocolate. And I'm not really too crazy about cranberry. A lot of the time it's very hit or miss for me, because if it's too sweet, it reads kind of medicinal and I don't like it. It just tends to lean very artificial and medicinal to me a lot of the time. So this is a risk with the white chocolate and the cranberries, but I always love cookie batter and I really enjoy pears. So I figured this might be a good balance for me. Cranberry pear Bliss bars. I don't even think I showed you the label. Okay, let's see. I'm getting juicy pears and cranberries first. The autumn pears, you could tell there's like a little bit of spice in here with the pears, so it's definitely seems like it's keeping the cranberries from being too juicy or artificial to my nose. And I'm definitely getting a little bit of white chocolate drizzle. It just adds a little bit of sweetness, but it's not overpowering, at least on cold. And then I don't get any cookie batter, so I'm getting a nice blend of the autumn pears and the cranberries with the white chocolate drizzle, which I do enjoy this. And then cookie batter will probably just come out on warm and make it more of like a warm, cozy bakery. But I do like this. I wouldn't say it's my favorite out of the bunch, but I knew this going into it because this is something that I typically wouldn't go for. But being that I was already ordering from a new vendor, I just wanted to grab something that may surprise me. And this very well may surprise me on warm. So we will see about that. I'm excited to warm it. Cranberry pear Bliss bars. And then last but not least, we have apple crumble. I've heard so much about Dessa's apple crumble, and it was really hard for me not to just buy a bigger bar of this, because I love apple scents, apple cinnamon, all of that. I just really enjoy. So I was so tempted to buy this in a bigger size, but I was like, if I just need to see how it performs first. And being that I know it is one of her more popular blends, I anticipate it coming back before long, so I could always repurchase. So apple crumble is baked apples, cinnamon sugar, nutmeg, buttery crumble, and whipped cream. That sounds amazing. Just put a fresh scoop of vanilla ice cream next to me and I will bite into this bar. So let's see. Apple crumble. This is beautiful. Oh my God, this is like apple pie a la mode. That's what I'm getting from this. A very warm apple fragrance. I'm not getting much spice. I'm getting almost like with Scentsy's crumb top, like that just brown sugar and like sugared cinnamon topping. That's what I'm getting with this, with apple pies, like the apple pie filling, like the syrupy apples. This is delicious. This just it makes you feel warm and fuzzy when you smell this. This is delicious. Oh my God, I really like this one. This is a winner. All of you that have been raving about this, you have been doing so for good reason. This is delicious. I also think this is a very safe blend for people to try. I know that the wax world is filled with so many bakery lovers, so this is definitely one that I think a lot of people would naturally gravitate to and like, because it's just so warm and inviting. So that is apple crumble. And you guys, that is it. That is everything. I went through these relatively quickly. So I'm going to go through now and pick 3 favorites. So I would say apple crumble, country Christmas. Not only is this delicious, but like I said, it just has that nostalgia factor to me of going to shop for Christmas decor and get a Christmas tree with my mom. So this just takes me back to being a kid in my childhood home. And I just picture myself walking into that store and it just gives me all the feels. So I really like country Christmas. And third, this is tough. Because I have a lot that are like Old St. Nick, which is Christmas trees, sugar cookies, and Palo, I have quite a few blends like this in my collection. So I'm going to give third place to honey buttered rolls and bread. Roasted honey butter and bread, I'm sorry. So these three are definitely the standouts and on cold, my favorites from my order. But nonetheless, we all know that you can't you can't give your final opinion on cold. You have to warm everything because who knows, you know, Cranberry Pear Bliss bars, you know, was my wild card, but it may end up being my favorite once I go to warm it. You truly just never know. And that's what I love so much about wax, is how it can pleasantly surprise you like that. It's just so much fun. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to enjoy watching all of your hauls and seeing what you picked up. And if you got anything from this pre-order, let me know down below what your favorites were, or if you picked any of the same ones up that I did, let me know your thoughts. I'm happy to be chatting with you, and I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you decide to stick around and subscribe, and we will all chat in the comments. Take care. I hope you guys are all doing well. Bye.